Hello, my name is Habiba, and this is my husband, Shehu, and we've been married for 7 years now, going to 8, and we're blessed with 2 kids. So, here's the story on how we met.
Again.
So, we met in the year 2003, right? 2004, okay.
Early 2004.
All right. So, while telling this story, I'll try and give names to certain people involved. I won't like to mention their names. I'll call them Lady A, Lady B, and so on, so that you guys can understand. So I had a friend, we'll call her Lady A, and we have another friend, so I'll call her Lady B. So I and Lady A, we go to Lady B's house to visit her, and we meet this young man here and another friend of his. So Lady B introduces us to them, and we just say hi, and we leave immediately because she has visitors. We won't like to stay long. And it was quite in the evening, so I didn't get to see his face very well, but we left Sha. Now fast forward to, I think, a month later or so, I don't know. Lady A tells me there's a party happening somewhere and she would like us to go. So I said, why not? Then we go for this party, and lo and behold, this young man was at the party too with Lady B and his other friend. They were all there. So I'll never forget something that made me notice him, Sha, and it was a very annoying something. It was not even nice at all. You know how in those days when you go for parties now and they'll say, oh yeah, everybody stand up and introduce yourself. So everybody was standing up, say your name. He now got to this young man's turn and he stood up and said, my name is Shozozo. And we're like, we can't hear you. I said, my name is Shozozo. I said,
bedroom voice.
I said, what's doing this one? I beg. He kept on saying, but we didn't hear. Lady B just stood up and said, he said his name is Shehu Zok. I said, hey, okay.
Yes,
he has spoken.
And then fight for me, I beg.
So that's how we got to hear his name anyway. So while we're dancing, I remember I was dancing with twin brothers, yes, and I was dancing with both of them, one at a time anyway. And this young man now came and chanced one of them. So we started dancing. I remember I was holding the key to the gate because back in those days, if you want to go out, if you are coming back, you have the key so that you can open and enter as if you didn't go anywhere. If you don't have the key on your own. So I had the key to the house. So I was like holding the key while I was dancing, and I said, let me put it in his pocket. Now, don't go and start thinking I did it intentionally so that I would try and hook him. God knows I was innocent. I did it innocently, honestly. Looking back now, maybe now I would do it with intentions, but honestly, looking back, I did it with no intentions. I just said, let me keep it in his pocket so that it won't get missing, that kind of thing. So I kept the key in his pocket and we were dancing, and Lady A says, it's time is going, let's go home before they start looking for us. So that's how I said, okay, I'm going home, bye-bye. And I went with Lady A. We got to the gates of the venue, like where we were doing the party, and I realized that I was not holding my key. I said, I told Lady A that I forgot my key. Let me go and get it. She was like, where did the key? I was like, oh, I kept it in the pocket of the guy I was dancing. She was like, okay, go. I'll wait for you. So I quickly went to him. And I saw him was actually looking for me too, to give me the key. So he gave me the key. And we said bye-bye. We left. Now, fast forward to a year later, when I got admission into the university. On this fateful day, I was going for lecture. And I remember seeing him approaching me from a distance. Immediately I saw him, I recognized him. Yes, I did. And I was thinking he would recognize me too. But this brother was just acting like a focused person because he's not focused, not that focused. He was acting so focused. This guy was just looking, going. I was not trying to, smile and see if he didn't even look at my side. I just, let me, before this one come and deny me, I said, no, I don't remember you.
Please,
so I left him.
I'm not great with faces. Yeah, Koli. I'm really terrible with faces.
Story that touches the heart. Anyway, so that's how I left him. I went for my lecture. I did everything, I went back to the room. I think a week later, I don't know, Sha, time passed. I had another friend, a different friend. I'll call her Lady K. She's watching this video. She'll know she's the one I'm talking about. She comes to me and says, well, let's go and hang out this evening. I have a friend, he's coming with his friend too, and I don't want to be alone. Come, let's go. And I said, Kai, because back in those days, we used to, at 7 o'clock, we'll go and watch When You Are Mine. Remember When You Are Mine? I was like, I have my program When You Are Mine to go and watch a social center. I don't think I want to. She's like, she'll tell them now, they'll go with us. I was like, are you sure? She said, yes. I said, okay, no problem. So time reached now, she now called. I said, okay, they're outside, let's go. We now went outside, Now introduced me to her friend. We'll call him Saji. Yeah, Saji. So Lady K says, meet Saji. I'm like, oh, nice to meet you. Saji now says, meet my friend Shehu. And now I was like, oh, you again. In my mind,
you had butterflies in your stomach.
In my mind, I was like, you again. He says, oh, nice to meet you. Still, this brother did not even go, your face looks familiar. I was like, what's wrong with this one now? What kind of funny? Anyway, I was the one that said, don't you remember me? And he was like, no. So now, wow, fine girl like me. In my mind, though, I was saying all these things, but I was like, "Ah, don't you remember me?" And he said, "No, I don't remember you." And he now said, where have we met before? I was like, "Yes, we met in Lady B's house years ago, remember?" And he was like, "Oh, okay. Ah, sorry, he's not going to face it. That's what he say now. Blah, 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 blah." And also, we also met at the party. I remember I forgot my key in your Uncle Steve form. I cannot remember. I say, ha. Anyway, so no problem. Let's go and watch me. I want to go and watch my When You Are Mine. That's how we went to watch When You Are Mine. So we exchange numbers from there. We start talking. Once in a while, he'll call me and say he's outside. He'll come out. He was not really toasting me at that point, but now, when a guy likes you, because he kept on calling me, sending me messages to check on me and all of that.
That time my own style was not to ask a girl out, not just visit one day, kiss her, she kiss you back.
I beg,
then
you put a girl in a position where she start asking, "What are we? What are we?"
Tell me, I don't want to be in a position where they start telling me they'll think about it.
Anyway, last, there was a point he stopped calling. I was like, why is he not calling me again? That was when I started like him. I was like, why is he not calling me again? Me, I now sent him a message. I said, brother, how far now? You're not calling me. And I said, no, the last time we spoke, I acted as if he was bothering me. And here's the story. The girl has to phone. I was like, maybe I was in my period. Don't mind me. Let's just continue from where we stopped, that kind of thing. I can't remember the point where he even made it official or I made it official. I don't even know if there was ever a point of making things official. But that's how we just started going, became boyfriend and girlfriend. Yes, and we were forced to reckon with in school. I remember being in class. That topic, late Sakafel, he was teaching us non-verbal communication, and he was talking about how, for example, if a lady is in love with a guy, when the guy steps into the room she's in, her face lights up, she smiles and all of that. He was just giving that example of, this brother now entered the class. He came from behind. So the lecturer couldn't see him, but my classmates could see him. Immediately entered, my classmate just went, "Hey, Habiba, let's see your face. Hey." As if the grass opened. So I just entered. I was so embarrassed. The lecturer was like, "What's happening?" And I said, so that thing you're talking about. So you look at it's happening to Habiba. That's when he now turned to see who he was. Like, oh, okay, you understand? Anyway, that's just by the way. So that's how we started dating Sha from university. We graduated. I thought Uncle would, find another person outside school, but he was so much in love with this girl right here. So he didn't leave Sha. We continued the relationship. He went for service. I graduated, also went for service. Relationship continued though. Now, when I was not doing my NYC, Uncle now proposed marriage. I was like, okay. We have known each other long enough. It's all right. We will not marry immediately, but it's okay. This kind. Let's be cutting. At least we are not in a relationship. Tie her down.
Let me hold her down.
So anyway, he put a ring on my finger and we started cutting, preparing for marriage. Then I think it was after 2 years of cutting, we now did introduction. After introduction, we did I don't know how many years again. This guy really tied me down.
That's some nonsense guys are calling you Lord of the Rings.
I beg, let's not even go into that one. But I was Lord of the Rings. I was Lord of the Rings, but thank God the ended.
We dated for 9 years, I think, before. But here we are.
That was in those days. I don't think people can date for 9 years now.
Everybody's in a hurry.
No.
Everybody's in a hurry. And I don't know. Everybody a cup of tea, Sha. But like I used to tell you now, even if it didn't work out with you and I had to go with somebody else, I would not propose to anybody I've not dated for at least 2 years. And that's because for me, I believe in knowing your partner.
Another thing I think we dated that made us date for so long, we were just not ready for marriage.
Yes.
If you meet someone you really like, you meet them when you're really young, because I met him when I was 18. There was no how I would say, oh, uncle, I'll date you for 2 years, you marry me, I'll be 20. I was not ready for it. So another thing people don't understand is when you're dating someone for a long time, if you know it deep in your heart, you are not ready for marriage, he's not ready for marriage, I don't think there's the need to rush the marriage. As long as you guys are together, you are happy. You don't need to rush the marriage, just keep going.
Forget all the nonsense that society tries to put on you and say, you've been dating for how long? Meanwhile, they don't put into cognizance that when you started dating, you were probably children.
Yes, exactly.
You understand? So, take your time.
So that's it, Sha. We dated for that long. How many years did you say? 9 years.
9.
We got married. We were married for 8 years. So I've known him for almost 20 years now. So that's the story on how we met. So, and I'm still managing this man here. It can be very annoying, but
so we're managing ourselves.
We're managing ourselves.
What I want to say, sir,
This thing called marriage.
This
the
thing
essence
called
of
marriage.
this video.
Yes, the essence of this video is for this thing called marriage. Please feel free to make your own videos. Tell us how you met and stand the chance to win 2 free tickets for you and your partner. And mind you, you don't have to be married to make this video. It can be your boyfriend. It could be your girlfriend. Just feel free.
Yes, and make it very interesting so that we can hear gist and everything.
Peace.